All right. This is a bonus episode. This is exciting. This one's coming out on a Monday. We're recording Sunday at around 7 p.m. For the first time. Doing a bonus episode as promised last Friday. I said you can look out for an episode on Monday, and you could be listening to this as soon as Monday morning. So yeah. I try to keep the episodes short, since it is just a podcast by myself. Keeping the episode succinct is overall going to give a better product, so I want to keep to that model, but because of how I set that up, no harm in doing an extra episode, so not sure if it'll continue in the future, but I see no reason why I can't sprinkle in extra episodes once in a while, and yeah, so today I'm happy I did decide to record today because I turned on a random baseball game. I got MLB.TV not that long ago, and I thought, okay, I'll pay for it for a month or two near the end of the season here, see what I like about it, see what I think going into next year, because it's just fun to watch baseball. I get a weird amount of pleasure from just watching random baseball games. If I'm out somewhere, if I'm at a bar, at a restaurant, if I'm anywhere and there's baseball on, I don't give a fuck about talking. I will watch that baseball game, and I will have a great freaking time. Just give me something to drink. I don't care. I'll have a great time. So far, I've enjoyed it, I think it's like 24 maybe bucks a month. I cut out a couple other subscriptions and ended up kind of just replacing that cost to kind of justify it. But yeah, I've enjoyed it. I turned on a game today. Orioles, Mariners, two teams that have been doing well. Mariners doing really well as of lately, and the Orioles been kicking ass all year. They're incredible. They're going to make the postseason. I think they're still the leaders in all of baseball. I'm pretty sure they're still at the top in all of Major League Baseball. So I turned this game on. It's tied up 2-2. There's a really questionable balk call on the Mariners pitcher. There's runners on first and second. The umpires call a balk, essentially saying that the pitcher did not come to a clear stop before delivering the ball, so therefore the runners get to advance up a base. This game's being played in Seattle, so the crowd doesn't like it. There's a shower of boos. Everybody's pissed. Infield moves in. Adley Rutschman comes up, hits a slow ground ball. I don't remember if it was the first baseman or the second baseman, fielded it, flipped it to the catcher. Jorge Mateo, who is into pinch run, slides in barely in time. It's a close play. My first inclination from seeing it live was that he was out. And then they show the replay immediately. He was safe, barely. Again, the crowd's already pissed. Crowd is already pissed off. And so people just start booing more. I'm like, this is incredible. It's like I can only imagine being a Mariners fan there at that game right now. This is crazy. And so I'm like, all right, well, I'm obviously going to see this game out. I know I'm watching the whole thing at this point because the game is not over. Just like last week when I was talking about how I didn't want to talk any shit to those Rockies fans because the game was 1-0 the whole time and it could end any way. And if the Cardinals won, then I wasn't going to care, I wasn't going to care and it was all going to be okay. So I know I'm watching this whole damn game. That's why baseball is so damn fun. So the next inning, there's one out. There's a long fly ball to center field. Cedric Mullins, the Orioles center fielder, is running after it. He leaps up, glove over the wall, snags it, brings the home run back, robs it, and there's two outs. Again, this is in Seattle.
Mullins! He got it! He cannot be serious! Oh, my gosh! He cannot have just done that! Oh! He cannot have just done that!
That ball was over the fence.
So there's the shitty balk call. Orioles barely scored the go-ahead run. And now the tying home run has been robbed by Cedric Mullins. Cedric Mullins robs this freaking home run. So now two outs, Orioles up by one, scores 3-2. Any logical person, it's like, well, baseball gods just chose Baltimore. It's going to end right here, whatever. No. Dominic Canzone for the Mariners hits an absolute bomb to right field, ties the game up, sends it to extra innings, 3-3, and T-Mobile Park is, I think, the Mariners stadium, just fucking erupts. Just explodes, as it should. And I'm like, oh my God, now the Mariners might have a hell of a story. This is crazy. Sends the game to extra innings. We're in the top of the 10th. Cedric Mullins, the guy who robbed that home run and further pissed off Mariners fans before Dominic Canzone saved the day and sent the game to extras. Cedric Mullins comes up to hit. There's a runner on. Because of the extra inning rule, there's already a runner on. Cedric Mullins is up. Hits a ball that looks like it's gone but barely goes foul. It's like, oh, you're kidding. There it is. It's like, oh, he had his chance, but he missed it. Couple more pitches. He gets a hold of one and sends it out to right field.
And Mullins drives this one into right field. That's a fair ball. That is deep. That is out of here. Cedric Mullins robs a home run. Cedric Mullins hits a home run. And the Orioles are back in front.
You kidding me? Cedric this is probably the greatest 2.5 innings I've ever seen a player have. He brings a home run back, hits one foul, and then comes back and hits a 2-run homer to give the Orioles a 2-run lead.
And the Orioles have the lead 5-3. So the guy who robbed the home run, who is about to not be the hero of the game because the Mariners tied it up after he robbed the home run. So Cedric Mullins makes a heroic play. Game's on the verge of going in a completely different direction. Cedric Mullins hits a foul ball that almost goes out, gets another shot and hits it out. Orioles win 5-3. Shintaro Fujinami, recently acquired from Oakland, gets the save for Baltimore. Holy shit. Thank you for justifying my MLB.TV purchase already. I appreciate it. I mean, this is just a random game I watched on a Sunday. I mean, it was awesome. Can't ask for much more. Random game. It was fucking awesome. Real quick, Jose Bautista recently signed a one-day contract with the Toronto Blue Jays to retire as a Blue Jay, and I wanted to talk about him really quick because he's one of my favorite non-Cardinal players in all of baseball. I've always enjoyed him. I remember in the early 2010s when the Cardinals were good around that time, and the Blue Jays were starting to be good around that time, and he was a big part of bringing them back to the playoffs after a very long time. But most people remember Jose Bautista for this one clip that is forever iconic in baseball history, and this was a major part of me being a fan of him. I'll be nice and I'll play it right here, but if you're listening right now, do yourself a favor, go to YouTube and just type in Jose Bautista bat flip. It's a big playoff home run. The dome in Toronto just explodes when he hits it. He throws the bat. I mean, you can only imagine the exhilarating feeling that was to be there and do something like that. So, congratulations, Jose Bautista. Here's a quote from Mark Shapiro, president and CEO of the Toronto Blue Jays. He says, quote, Jose Bautista captured hearts and ignited a fan base as part of the team that brought Toronto back to the postseason for the first time in 22 years. His on-field achievements propelled the team to greatness, and he undoubtedly belongs on the Blue Jays' level of excellence. 54 home runs in 2010, 43 home runs in 2011. Incredible player. He had some of his best years with Toronto. 344 career home runs over 15 seasons. He was an absolute dog. Great player. I had a lot of fun watching him. Here's what Jose had to say on the day of him signing his one-day contract with Toronto.
What's up, guys? This is Jose. I just signed my one-day contract. So happy to have done that. I'm officially retired as a Blue Jay. I love you all. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.
Awesome. Awesome stuff to wrap up the episode here. Again, bonus episode. This was a fun one. Glad I got to do this real quick. If you're listening, hope you had a great weekend. We'll be back on Friday just like normal. Maybe Monday starting now. Maybe we started a new thing. Who knows, Episode 13. This thing's a process. Always appreciate if you're along for the ride on the, especially now in the early stages of it. This thing will be around for a long time. That's the purpose of doing it. Just to see, just to show up every day and see. So again, I'm always enjoying it. That's why I'm doing 2 episodes, relatively close to each other. So again, if you're listening at this point, I do always appreciate it. I love baseball. I love doing this. So again, awesome stuff. I'll be back Friday. More fun baseball stuff. Always a pleasure. Have a great week.